shark bait has such...
In Hawaii, coins are not allowed to be placed in one's ears. If you're in Hawaii, why would you? Someone must have done that.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Why would you do it?
I don't know. I got nothing for that.
Okay, me either. But if you're in Hawaii, don't put them in your ears. You could get arrested. It's against the law. We are Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. We're the only Category 5 podcast in the universe, in the whole universe. Just try to find another one. We are also alcohol influencers. So I give you an alcohol fact every week. 50 billion gallons of beer are consumed every year.
Wow.
And I swear we don't do more than 1 billion. So 49 are on you. That's all I can say. 49 are on you. Welcome. This is, I don't know if I'm going to, this is 111. We'll name it later.
Yep.
I went to a seminar this week.
Hey-o.
Yeah. We just shot on by them.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Damn, barely knew it was here.
Ticks and Lyme disease was the seminar.
Oh, no.
Somebody in the audience requested that.
Oh, Jesus.
That's stupid as fuck right away.
That's terrible.
35 people showed up, which is pretty sparse for the normal old people seminars. And I don't blame them.
Mm-hmm.
I think the 35 were there. Most of them were there just to get out of the heat.
Yep.
But I'm going to give you one fact that might help you, actually. How about that?
Okay.
If you have a tick on you and you get worried you're going to get Lyme disease, the tick has to be on you for 36 to 48 hours.
Oh, that's good
before it can give you Lyme disease. So if it's on you, don't freak out. Just get the fuck rid of it. This guy said you can use tweezers. He just uses his fingernails to get them out. So so 36 to 48 hours. So don't freak out if you find a tick. Now, two things he said that I thought was pretty weird. Two things. But here's another thing. We live in Pennsylvania. We lead the nation in Lyme disease.
Wow,
How about that?
Yeah. All the deer and everything.
You're exactly right. Deer is what? Deer and mice.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, deer and mice are what harbor.
Interesting.
Ticks.
Okay.
Yeah, but now two things about this guy. He was the guy that he was with us one other time, and he's in charge of like 600 trees, and he said he treated them all like his kid. I don't know if you remember that.
I do, actually.
But anyway, first thing he said, because I guess possums are good to have around as far as eating mice and ticks and stuff like that.
Interesting.
But he said possums are super cute.
Ah,
I think they're the ugliest fucking animal on the planet.
I couldn't agree more.
They're disgusting. I mean, because I live in the wilderness and so do you. So I see them all the time and they just freak me out.
No,
I'd rather have a raccoon raccoons do more damage, but they at least don't look so fucking weird like possums. But the other thing he's told us, and this guy's the expert, okay? He says a rash is present in Lyme disease in 30 to 80% of the cases. 30 to 80%? Can't you? Why didn't you just say 55? 30 to 80. I didn't understand that at all.
That's like the chances I have when I go to the bar to pick up a chick. 30 to 80.
Oh, no, they're not. They're more like 0 to 0. But anyway, okay. If you want to think it's 30 to 80, you keep thinking that. This is episode, did I say we're Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk already? Okay. Then I guess I don't have to say that again. This is number 111. 111. So what we've been doing is giving our favorite number 11. And I didn't find a lot of good ones. I didn't do a whole lot of research.
No, me either.
This week, like I said, it shot by. But I liked Julian Edelman. You know who he is?
The receiver,
Yeah, receiver for the Patriots. But, he played quarterback at Kent State.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I didn't know
and
that.
He was a good quarterback, too.
Yeah.
He obviously ran the ball most of the time. But Kent was actually competitive then. Instead of being the worst team in the fucking country the last 2 fucking years.
Right.
Me being a season ticket holder, I do know about that.
Right.
Who's your favorite number 11?
The most notorious, or the one that comes to mind, right? Phil Simms wore 11. I remember that. But the one, I'll stay to my Lakers. The only year Karl Malone played for the Lakers in 2004, he wore number 11. And that was his, I believe that was his Olympic number.
Wow. I forgot he played for the Lakers.
Yeah, him and Gary Payton both played 1 year. It was the year Kobe was in all his legal trouble. And they lost to the Pistons in the finals, which was a complete joke.
I used to tell good Gary Gary Payton story at camp. That's a tease. Maybe I'll bring that up sometime.
There you go.
Okay. Usually I do New Scientist magazine.
Right.
We're moving up because this is 111.
Right.
That's 111 by the.
Right.
This is Scientific American headlines, which is supposedly a step up. Okay. Disco-like dance moves may be cuttlefish communications. Did you know that?
I was not aware.
No, me either.
Cuttlefish.
I'm not even sure what the fuck cuttlefish are, but when they communicate, they're doing disco-like dances, just so you know. I don't know what the hell they're saying, but that's
all I care about is how they taste.
Okay, how about this one? It appears that black holes can suffer from indigestion. And I actually read this article. They swallow things and then sometimes they shoot them back out.
I've read about this. Yeah, there's actually people think we're in one right now.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how you prove that, but
I feel like I'm in one most of the time, especially here in the cathedral where it's hot as fuck. You know, you don't understand what sacrifices we go through here. We had how do I say this nicely? A bitchin' fucking wife. We wanted to get started a while ago, but we couldn't. And I'm still shaking a little bit based on that. Okay. And then the third headline is zoning out. You ever zone out?
Every day.
I thought so. Well, that's good news. Zoning out aids hidden learning patterns in tasks.
Oh.
So you should be good at doing your tasks because by zoning out, it helps you there. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to go into our whole website. We do have a lot of great things. It's rated G. Please, you should go there. www.pghdivebartalk.com. It's rated G. We have lovely photos, beer and pizza ratings. We have all kinds of shit. But we also have this sports thing that may be down by the time you hear this. And we also have the best way you like to prepare hot dogs. But the thing that pisses me off, last week I told you haven't participated, and you still haven't fucking participated. You had a whole fucking week, and I look today, and you're still not fucking doing it.
Listen, I got a lot going on, man. I don't know. I don't have time for that stuff.
Wow, damn.
This week went so fast.
It did go by quickly.
I get it in.
I will admit that, but I just thought you could fucking do that. Okay, on today's show,
right.
We have 2 letters to Dear Tiny that he hasn't seen before, so this is going to be a special treat. We have amusing buffoonery. And amusing buffoonery is stuff I take off of Facebook. I used to hate Facebook. Now I like it. We have Transylvanian brain freeze, and you get a double dose because last week we were running behind.
Yeah.
So we have the regular Transylvanian brain freeze, and we have a historical Transylvanian brain freeze. Historical. How about that? You're going to learn some shit here just watching this for the next 20 minutes or so. We have the movie game. We have the music game. By the way, I forgot the scores. So you're just going to have to. Everyone did pretty good last week. I'll tell you that much. We do have. We have another edition of Hell's Half Acre. I decided to go 2 in a row. We don't usually go 2 in a row with that, but we decided that. And then in Samurai Cheddar, we have some questions just to get to know me and Tiny. Holy hell. Okay, wait a second.
There you go.
All right.
Good night.
Me and Tiny, you're going to get to know us up close and personal if we make it that fucking far. I'm sorry. I'm going to do better. I swear to God. Okay. Coming up, we got Dear Tiny.
Dear Abby, my feet are too long. My hair's falling out.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. That's Tiny. I'm the Prince of Pittsburgh. And in this segment, we have 2 letters for you. And last week you saw them and you didn't give very good answers. So this week you have not seen them.
Right.
Okay, this first one's from Bellevue Bob.
Oh.
Bellevue Bob, yeah. He said, Dear Tiny, my next door neighbor knocked on my door and accused me of stealing her underwear off of her clothesline. I was so shocked, I nearly shit her pants. Can you relate?
I've been known to wear women's underwear from time to time. Bull Durham, when they say, hey, if they hit it, you got to respect the streak. if you're hitting because you're wearing women's underwear, you keep wearing women's underwear. So
all I can say is that it'd be one big woman. Did you ever watch the movie Arthur?
Yes.
She said, a real woman could stop you from drinking. He said, yeah, a real big woman. All right, we'll move right on to the next letter.
Yeah.
This is from Glenshaw Gary.
Ooh.
Yeah, Glenshaw Gary.
Mm-hmm.
He said, Dear Tiny, my good friend Dash Riprock has no confidence with women on his first date. He asked out Monica Geller and wants me to get a date so we can double. Dash doesn't know that I used to sleep with Monica. So my moral question to you, should I boink both Monica and my date that same night?
The answer to that is absolutely yes. Of course it is. Yeah. I mean, if it's Monica, I'm sure she's been around.
I would think
she'd
so.
be into that for sure. She might actually want to get some kind of group thing going.
She might. So the only person he has to work on is his own date.
That's right.
And fuck Dash Riprock, right?
Oh, yeah. Screw that.
Okay.
Dash can get over that.
Okay. You got that, Glenshaw Gary?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Do your thing. All right. We'll be back with amusing buffoonery. Welcome back to Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. This is a segment we only do once in a while. It's called Amusing Buffoonery. And I get these straight off of Facebook. And I used to not like Facebook, and now I do because of stuff like this.
Yeah.
It's not all G-rated, however. Maybe put your kids to bed and with some of these. Not most of them, but some of these. Okay. You ready? And feel free to comment or not. I have a lot of them. Okay. The first one is from a woman. Blowjobs are the healthiest breakfast. A sausage with 2 nuts and a protein shot. Stay healthy, ladies. Suck a dick.
All right. I'm on board with that. Sign me up.
Yeah, I did look her up. This person said kale is so versatile. It literally fits into any size trash can. I'm with that one. How about that?
Yeah, it's just...
You don't like kale, do you?
I mean, I can eat it, but it's not something I seek out.
I don't fucking want it.
Yeah.
Okay, this woman says, I don't care about your politics, but if you're not a Steelers fan, fuck you.
Well, fuck
How about
her.
that, huh?
Fuck her then. How about that?
She's actually not bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Women who smell and stroke their man's beard before leaving for work live an average of 7 years longer and are 300 times happier than women who don't, says a biologist. What can you say to that?
I can't say anything to the beard, but honest to God, I worked at a company once where we went and put fences up. And I had a dude, there was 2 of us on, they called the erection crew, which will always be funny, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We went to work and we got in the truck to go put the fence up, and his girlfriend pulled in all pissed off. She come in and tried to smell his crotch because he thought he was fucking somebody else. She's like, come here, let me smell your dick. And she's like literally putting her head in her crotch. I swear that happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Never the beard though, just but the crotch.
I got to get a job in a fence factory.
I think he was fucking another chick.
Oh,
by the way.
Good for him. But can you smell that?
I don't know. What are you looking for?
Okay, we're moving right along. I just learned that cooking bacon in the oven is so much better than cooking it on the stove. Why didn't anyone tell me this? Do you agree with that?
I do like it in the oven better.
Do
Yeah,
you?
because
Okay.
usually you put it in a pan, it gets all molded, like mushed together and whatever.
I do agree with this one. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. If it's textable, don't call.
Yes, I'm
with that too.
I'm on board.
Yeah. I can't believe they let anyone make babies, but you need a license to fish. There's something to be said for that, huh?
Well, hey, everything's pay to play now, right? I mean, everything. So fishing, yeah, I'm surprised there isn't a baby tax somehow.
Well, I think they're saying that people shouldn't be able to make babies.
I know what they're saying. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But hey, why shouldn't there be? Although they need more people to create the
Just shut up. Just shut up. Let me go on.
Go ahead.
This woman says, I keep my circle how I keep my asshole, small and tight. How about that?
Is that a chick?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, I'd like to see that.
A lot of these are the same chick, actually, or maybe not a lot, but several. This one says, when you smile at me, it makes me want to invite you back to my place. Guy said, are you single? No, I'm a dentist.
Nice.
I think that's from West Virginia.
Or the Mercer Sheets.
Exactly. Did you get that reference? That was, I'm surprised Tiny remembered that. That was 2 ago. 2.
Yeah.
Grandma used to say sometimes you have to hug the people you don't like, so you know how big to dig the hole in your backyard.
I'm in.
And this same woman is back to her. It's okay. You can have a sexy dream about me. Treat yourself. we need to get her on here.
Yeah,
I really do think we do.
Okay.
This one says good girls do bad things sometimes. We certainly hope. We certainly hope. Everybody hopes that. But remember, we're celebrating women.
Right.
But yeah, we're all hoping that.
Right.
This one says making everyone happy is impossible. Pissing them off is a piece of cake. I like cake.
They're right.
They are. This person set the bar kind of low, which we all do.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say I'm super successful, but I'm not on meth, so there's that. These are all from Facebook, just in the last week. This one says no summer body, no sugar daddy, no winning lottery ticket. Alexa, play Whitney Houston's I Have Nothing.
I didn't like Whitney. You
didn't like Whitney?
Yeah,
I was okay with Whitney. She was a good-looking woman.
Yeah, their songs are annoying.
Yeah, but you say that about a lot of people.
Yes.
Okay, this one was just fucking weird. Why do the line employees at Chipotle treat the rice and cheese like it's the cartel?
Well, didn't they get in trouble for not?
I don't know. I actually know the person that I hope she doesn't watch. I know the person that put that in there. That was weird to me. But what the hell? Okay, this one says, this is a little riddle.
Whoa.
A little riddle for it. If 2 gay men die having sex, which one gets to heaven first? The one who has his shit packed. Hey, I don't write these. This comes from Facebook, damn it. Most people have a train of thought. I have a tiny bicycle of thought with a monkey on it.
A big wheel.
Yeah, we got a few more. I've been through so much in life, yet I still have fight left in me. I'm insanely proud of myself. Fuck her.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I know. I didn't like that. I didn't like that one either.
I gave up a long time ago.
Oh, hell yeah. And she should too. Yeah. Don't be proud of yourself. You haven't done shit. Whoever said money can't buy happiness obviously never paid for a divorce. Do you know, I have a friend that paid $4 million for a divorce and told me it was worth every penny of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Obviously, he has some bucks.
Yeah.
Might be one of the richest guys, one of my richest friends. But yeah, he was pretty happy.
Good for him.
Now, this is the woman that I keep coming back to. You might really like this one. Every time you like my post, my nipples tingle a little.
Nice.
Yeah. Like I said, we got. She's the one we got to have on.
She's a send them.
I might actually have to get in touch with her.
Nice.
I don't know her, but I think we need her on.
Okay.
And the last one. Sometimes my brain is like the Bermuda Triangle. Information goes in and it's never found again. I think we all. Well, I know 2 of us can relate. What do you think?
Absolutely.
That's amusing buffoonery, where we usually tell stories, but that's from the Facebook. And now coming up, you're in for a special treat. Last week, because we took so fucking long, we got 2 parts of Transylvanian brain freeze.
Transylvania brain freeze.
Welcome back, Transylvanian brain freeze. We got our regular Transylvanian brain freeze, and then we have historical facts of Transylvanian brain freeze. So you guys are in a special. Matter of fact, get your notebook out and take notes, because this is a lot of stuff. We have 7 7 things. Okay. We'll start off with just the regular.
Mm-hmm.
There was a police car chase in North Charleston, South Carolina, and it lasted 72 minutes as cops chased 53-year-old Johnny Mesa Jr. in a stolen vehicle. All right, so far so good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mesa stole a construction tractor, an excavator, and was clocked at driving 3 miles per hour. 72 minutes.
That's awesome.
The chase ended when he drove into a fairgrounds and got stuck. He tried to run, but he was arrested. Okay, Johnny. Remember next time, steal a car that's a little faster than that. Well, why would it take him 72 minutes?
What?
I guess they can't put a car in front because it would just crush it. Is that what you think?
I mean, I don't know. Well, look how it looked when they were chasing OJ. He wasn't going that fast. They chased him for 6 hours.
You're right. Okay, this is going to be our next. I'm going to say this even without a meeting. I think this is going to be our next group that we're going to have a patron podcast for.
Ooh, I like it.
The Ghana Drunkards Association.
I mean,
you like it already, right? You're going to even like it more. They gave the Ghana Drunkards Association gave the West African nation's government 3 weeks to do something about the soaring price of alcohol.
Goddamn right. I'm in.
They warned that a failure to act would result in a mass protest by the group's claimed 16.6 million numbers. How many people are in fucking Ghana? Can't even be that many, can it?
I don't know, but we need to become members.
We do. And we are definitely going to be the patron podcast we're inebriated British Airways flight attendants and honeybees with bad memories. But now, the Ghana Drunkards Association definitely has our fucking support.
No doubt.
And here is a criminal that you're definitely going to take the criminal side to. What will you do? Teron Alexander, he's 25 years old. He was convicted of wire fraud and entering secure airport areas under fake pretenses. What was his crime? He submitted fake badge numbers for free seats set aside for flight attendants and flew free on 120 flights between 2018 and 2024. And TSA admitted Alexander did not pose a threat to other airline passengers.
Wow.
Why is that his fault? That's the fault of the fucking airlines for letting him in.
Absolutely. Yeah. They're dumb enough to be smart enough to beat the system.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know exactly what his penalty was, but fuck you. Tyron outsmarted you. So be it, right?
No, fuck the airlines. I'm always going to take against anybody against the airlines.
I knew you would. Okay, you'd think normally we'd be done and we'd be moving on, but this Transylvanian brain freeze is special because we have historical facts, 4 of them, count them, 4. Abe Lincoln, you know him, right?
I'm familiar.
He was also a licensed bartender. In 1833, he opened up a bar called Barry and Lincoln with his friend William Barry in New Salem, Illinois. The bar closed because Barry, who happened to be a raging alcoholic, consumed most of the shop's supply.
I like him already.
Abe could do all that shit for the country, but couldn't pick his friend a little better than that, huh? All right. Any of you lived in ancient Asia, you might want to think twice about committing a crime. Okay. In ancient Asia, death by elephant was a popular form of execution.
Ouch.
Elephants were taught to slowly break bones, crush skulls, twist off limbs, or even execute people using large blades fitted to their tusks. And in some parts of Asia, this was still popular in the 19th century.
Why fucking evolve? Fuck 'em.
I don't know what those people did, but if I knew that was the damn if elephants were going to slowly break my bones, I think I'd hold off on committing that crime.
If ever a time for the internet, that'd be watch one of those fucking massacres. There used to be a website. Oh, Consumption Junction. Did you ever hear of it?
No, I have not.
There used to be it showed all kinds of gruesome stuff like that, kind of like I remember watching a video where they tied a dude his 4 limbs to 4 horses. It was bad. It was gross.
Oh, and they showed
4 horses all taken off. It was gross. It was nasty.
Damn.
What
is that?
Consumption Junction used to be the website. I'm pretty sure it doesn't exist anymore. But
I would hope not. I'm not sure I even want to see. I would and I wouldn't.
No, there was stuff on there you didn't want to see. You know, like beheadings and stuff. I couldn't watch that stuff.
Now here we're both smoking cigars.
We are,
and we're going to talk a little bit about Winston Churchill. He typically smoked 8 to 10 cigars a day, sometimes up to 15.
Holy shit.
But now here's something that I didn't know was possible. Because, obviously he had a cigar smoking thing. During American Prohibition, he would get a doctor's note saying he needed to drink indefinite amounts of alcohol when he visited the USA.
Good for him.
I agree, but did you know you could get a note to get past Prohibition?
I need one of these.
What? Wouldn't everybody be going to illegal doctors getting a note? I didn't know you could get a note.
That's
and
awesome.
you could drink your. Oh, it is awesome.
Yeah.
It is awesome, but damn,
that's funny.
It is. Okay, one more. These are pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
History was good to us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This goes with something we talked about. You'll actually know some of this. We talked about this about 3 or 4 episodes ago.
Uh-oh.
Ancient Romans often used stale urine as mouthwash. The main ingredient in urine is ammonia, which acts as a powerful cleaning agent. We talked about that, remember?
We did. Oh.
Urine became in so much demand that traders had to pay a tax for it.
Oh.
How about that? Huh? Did you guys know that? So, but not only did I give you regular Transylvanian brain freeze, I give you 4 historical facts. We may come back to those historical facts.
I like those.
There's a lot more out
there.
Those are
good ones.
Yeah. Okay. That's Transylvanian brain freeze. But now we're going to get two things of Transylvanian brain freeze. But now we're going to get back to our normal shit. The movie game is up next. Welcome back to Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk, and this is the movie game, and we're getting through this way better than I thought we would.
For sure.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. I hope you're impressed.
Right.
If you only knew.
We are.
If you only knew. If you only knew.
That's right.
Okay, in the movie game, I give you 2 lines of the movie, 2 actors, 2 characters, and 2 actors. And then Tiny and you try to guess the name of the movie. That's 5 points, and the year, which is 1 point. And we have quite a competition going on. So let's just get right to it, huh? Okay, here's the 2 lines. Hey, Lucy, good to see you again. And then the other guy, security guard, said, what the hell's her problem? And the other security said, she doesn't remember who you are. And then the other security came back, oh, yeah, I suck at this job. Okay, you have no idea.
I don't.
And you probably won't. Okay, and here's another line. You get 2, like I said, 2 lines. I was petting my walrus all morning. I was thinking of you for, holy hell.
Whoa.
Let me get started again. Okay, I guess we're not doing so well. I was petting my walrus all morning. Damn. What does that say? And I write these, by the way. I'll just go by that. I was petting my walrus all morning, and I was thinking of you the whole time. She said, okay, pervert, I think you should leave me alone. Or I think you should leave me. What? I was just talking about what we talked about yesterday. She said, yesterday, I've never even met you. Okay. 2 characters, Henry Roth and Lucy Whitmore. And the 2 actors are Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. Another Drew Barrymore.
Oh.
Which you're not too good at because you didn't get last week's either. So we have those 2 lines about that I didn't read very well.
Oh, I know this. This is one of Misty's favorite fucking movies, and it's awful.
And I would normally this is the time where we would fill in dead space by showing you the scores from last week, but I forgot to bring them. So we did not do that. I guess I could do a little dance or I don't know what the fuck while you're trying to think.
I think I know the movie, actually.
Okay, do you?
I think so.
Okay, you going to give it to us?
Is it 50 First Dates?
Oh, man, where's that little dinger? Okay, 50 First Dates is correct. You get 5 points right there.
Misty loves that. She always puts it on.
Oh, I think it's a good movie. You don't like it?
It's okay.
You don't like anything.
Yeah.
What year we got here?
This is, I'll say 2007.
2004.
Nah,
that was close, but no points.
Okay.
So Tiny gets 5 points. A couple things about this movie. Sandler and Barrymore did 3 movies together, which I was going to look up and I didn't.
Wedding Singer's one of them.
Oh, that's right. This was the only one that came in number 1 and made more than $1 million.
My guess is this is people talk about this with albums where the success of the next album is based on the popularity of the one previous. Maybe. So I'll bet Wedding Singer. I'll bet this was the first one after the Wedding Singer.
Probably.
Yeah. Anyways.
But I don't know that.
Yeah.
An inspiration for this film was taken from Groundhog Day because they kept, you know how they kept.
Yeah, Harold Ramis is part of this.
He was Groundhog Day. I don't know that he was part of this.
Yeah, because
was he?
There's a seat, the 10-second Tom guy that has a short
memory.
That's He's the doctor that explains his condition.
You're right. Okay, my bad. Okay. Yep.
I don't know if he produced it or whatever, but he must
have something to do with it. Yeah. It was pretty funny. I liked it. 50 First Dates, 2004. That's the movie game. We'll be back with the music game. Welcome back. This is Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. I think I got a little slow here, so I got to speed up here a little bit. This is the music game, and in the music game, I give you lyrics, and you're going to be lucky enough to hear me sing. And I think I'll be okay at this one. I think I'll be okay. You got last week's, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, you did. You did. Okay. And once again, usually when I have that dead time filler for Tiny to think, I forgot those scores this week, so I'm just gonna have to fill in the time somehow. Maybe I'll dance, maybe I'll sing, maybe I'll I don't know. I'll think of something. But we're live here in the cathedral, and we're having a good time. Yeah. And what we do in the music game is I give you lyrics, and usually I used to talk them, but now I've been singing them, and I think the scores have gone up exponentially.
Has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
No.
And then if you get the title of the song, you get 3 points. If you get the group or artist, you get 2. And if you get the year it came out, you get 1. So you could get 6, or you could get 0, which what he usually fucking gets. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
Ready?
Okay, I am going to sing. Never thought about tomorrow. Seemed like a long time to come. How could I be so blind, baby, not to see you were the one? I let you slip on from me, honey. I let you walk on by. I refuse the love you had for me. I refuse to love and let it die. Bump.
Woof. Wow. The singing didn't help on this one at all. Not that it did last time either, to be honest.
That maybe just suck.
No,
you ever think about that?
No,
see, this is the time we're going to let them think. You want me to do that again? I'll tell. Never thought about tomorrow. Seemed like a long time to come. How could I be so blind, baby, not to see you were the one? I let you slip on from me, honey. I let you walk on by. I refuse the love you had for me. I refuse to love and let it die. Bump.
Wow.
This is, I like this song a lot, by the way.
You see, listen, these songs about banging chicks and stuff, this was not something I could relate to in my music.
What do you relate to?
Not these songs about banging chicks. And
okay. What does your songs relate to?
There's usually a little more anger twinge in mine. People being pissed off about something. That's not this banging chick stuff.
Don't you get enough of that from your wife?
We both got enough of that.
Yeah, we sure did today. I'm still shaking here. Usually I drink because I want to. Today I'm drinking because it's medicinal. It's medicinal. I'm scared of his wife. She was pissed off. Boy, That was a scary sight.
Man.
We really do need another camera.
At least she kept her distance. That was
thank God. Thank God. She was, 16, 17 feet away.
Yeah.
And I was shaking in my fucking boots.
I have no idea on this one. I got nothing.
Okay, you want to guess a group? Probably can't do that either, can you?
I got nothing. Well, I was going to say Led Zeppelin again because I have no idea.
Okay, it's not. You want to guess a year?
What did I guess last week? So, I'll say 78 again.
That's not bad, but it doesn't get you any points. You got to give yourself a big fat zero. The song is by the Jay Giles Band.
Oh, that's why.
Must Have Got Lost.
Ugh.
1974. Oh, wait, you don't like Jay Giles?
They're okay. They're okay.
You just, I don't know about you. You know, if I were you, if those of you that are tuning in for the first time, Tiny has like 40 to 44,000 albums down in the basement, right below the cathedral where we sit, and you just don't know shit.
No, that's not
just
true.
Don't know shit.
No, just because it happened. Listen, especially these ones that happened before I was born, they don't matter. They just don't matter.
Or albums that came out after you were born, are they like big sellers? Aren't we pretty big sellers in the 70s?
I would say Jay Giles is very popular, right? It's just not my stuff. They're talking about banging chicks. I cannot relate to that and listening to my music.
I'm sorry about your own insecurities and failures. Some of us in 74 were doing okay for ourselves, you know? Or at least trying. In this case, I must have got lost too. Actually, this one's not for banging chicks. This is about not banging chicks.
Well, that's
okay. So Tiny gets a big fat zero on the music game in which he's supposed to be a fucking expert. How about that, people? Everyone else, I don't know. I got nothing. We'll be back with Hell's Half Acre.
Better stop and turn around, 'cause Hell's Half Acre's gonna burn down.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. And we tell you things take place off air. We've had interruptions and the like, but we haven't had fat ass farting like this in a long fucking time. I can't wait for us to be done with this. I can't wait. We got this segment, which should be short, and one more.
Right.
Okay. This is Hell's Half Acre, which in real life is a Civil War battlefield in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, where bad things happen. But here, it's where Tiny and me and you decide between two women, because we celebrate women here. We celebrate women, but this is going to seem like a pretty easy choice, but then I might add a little something to it. Man. Okay, so today, the two contestants are Sydney Sweeney versus Honey Boo Boo.
Woof. Oh,
yeah,
man.
Honey Boo Boo now, which is not good. And now, Sydney Sweeney, I don't know if you know this, you have a little competition. Tom Brady took a liking to her at the Bezos wedding.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's some talk that it might not just be you. It might be Tom Brady vying for this woman.
I'll take the Pepsi challenge against old Tom.
You might. Okay, so if I said Sydney Sweeney versus Honey Boo Boo, the choice would be obvious. Right?
Obvious.
Okay, now here, this is not going to be even a decision for me, but for you it will be. Okay. For you to be with Sydney Sweeney instead of Honey Boo Boo, you have to sing karaoke at the Bamboo Bar for 60 minutes.
Oh my God!
And I know you don't. See, for me, that would be no problem.
Oh.
I would love to do that, and then Sydney Sweeney would be mine. And by the way, Sydney's 27, but Honey Boo Boo's only 21. So
is that true?
I think so.
Oh.
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah. So. And we want you to think about this seriously, and you people too, but mostly him, because he doesn't. Well, I've seen this in person. He does not like to get in front of a crowd and make an ass of himself. Except for here, because there's not really a crowd.
Right. Well, they get to see the best side of me here. That's the difference. I'm not making an ass.
This is the fucking best side. Boy, this is shit. But anyway, it's Sydney Sweeney versus Honey Boo Boo. But Tiny, I already gave you my answer. I would absolutely sing karaoke. I'd kind of almost enjoy it for 60 minutes at the Bamboo Bar where we have beer night. But Tiny really doesn't like that. So I want you to think it would be easy for him to just blow that off. Say, oh, yeah, I'll do that. But I know how much that bothers him. So Sydney Sweeney, Honey Boo Boo. But to get with Sydney, you have to sing karaoke for 60 minutes. 60 minutes at the Bamboo Bar. And in front of that crowd we were at the last time we were there. So it was a big crowd.
Yeah, there was a lot of people there too. Yeah, in and out. As much as I hate doing anything public like that by singing, there aren't too many things I can't stand more than people that are just famous for being famous. And she's one of those famous people. I don't understand why people watch that.
Me either.
I can't stand her. I can't stand the whole concept of why people make her famous and the fact she's probably has more money than I do just for being what she is.
I hope not, but you're probably right. You're probably
can't stand people like her that are just famous because they're mental patients. I just don't. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
So you're going to get up and sing?
I think so. I have to get up and sing.
Boy, I want to be there. I'm going to be there, by the way.
Well, make no doubt about it, or make no mistake. I have a tremendous singing voice. Let's make no mistake about that.
I was at the Bamboo Bar once when you wouldn't shake your, I forget what the fuck
pedometer thing.
Yeah. You wouldn't do this in front of people for 2 minutes, let alone sing for 60. I don't think you're really taking that. I know you hate Honey Boo Boo, but damn, think about your singing in front of.
The only reason I was watching the chick's tits bounce next to me. That's why I wasn't.
No. You were being a complete dick.
Yes.
You lost it for me. Me and Sully carried you through the music thing, and it's proven now based on his score. I'll get it next week because like I told you, I forgot this week. But his score in the music game, we can check that out. He sucks. He claimed he fucking carried us.
Just like that game, they played shit music then too. They Pink.
Who the fuck listens to Pink? Well, you can hem and haw all you want, but bullshit. You suck then and you suck now. But okay, I guess I have to take your word because what the fuck else can I do?
Right. No, I'll sing for 60 for that.
You will?
I would do that.
Okay. He's singing for 60. I'm obviously singing for 60.
Yeah.
What would you do? Sydney Sweeney, Tom Brady, you're going to have to take a back seat to us too. And Honey Boo Boo, you're going to have to find yourself something else to do.
Anything.
Okay. We'll be back with Samurai Cheddar.
What gets me every time.
Welcome back to episode 111. That's 3 1s. 111. This is Samurai Cheddar. And what we do, you get to know Tiny and I up close and personal here. And we had 4 questions.
Before we get into it, I forgot to do this last week.
Okay.
I'd like to give a shout out to Boxcar Cigars. My friend Robert hooked me up. He got me some more cigars. This is the second week in a row now. I've had a couple. They're my favorite ones. They're a little pricey, but shout out to him. He's able to find them for me. So thank you.
You know where I'm a little pissed off? You get a free shirt.
I do.
You get cigars. What the fuck do I get out of this?
I paid for these things. The shirt's free. Yes. I bought. Oh, actually, I should get another shout out to Bob Serena.
You're right.
I should do a podcast with him. He's way nicer to me than you are.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
But he won't want to do one with you because he knows what you're like.
Oh, no, he likes me.
He throws some shit at you once in a while just to shut you the fuck up.
So shout out to Bob, too, because he's awesome.
Yeah, shout out to everybody. But I don't get anything out of this. I buy my cigars. I buy my shirts. What the fuck do I get? It just doesn't seem right. Okay, well, we're at Samurai Chatter here, and we got 4 questions that will get you. You'll get to know us up close and personal,
right?
At least me, because I don't know about this motherfucker. First question is, what would you like to forget? What would you like to forget? And you can play at home. Remember that. My answer to this is I've already forgot so much because of drinking and my age. There's nothing. I want to try to remember way more shit. I forgot so much. I try to think back, like if I only could remember more shit, this would be a pretty good podcast. I know we're mediocre at best, but this would be a good podcast if I could remember some more shit. But I can't remember most of the stories, and now age is taken away. Like I said, drinking took it away in my younger days, and age now. So there's none. I want to remember everything I fucking can.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you have to say to that?
My initial answer was like the mid to late 90s. I'd like to forget most of those years, but I probably did because that was probably when I drank the heaviest, my college years. A lot of the stuff I did then has led to where I am at this point in time.
Oh, was that bad?
That's bad. I ended up married and, it's all that. But I think I wish I would really like to forget agreeing to do this podcast.
Boy, there's days I agree with you. And I'm sure there's days you guys agree with it. Although we didn't go too long today, you should still be with us there.
That's
you
right.
should still be thinking. Well, last week you were probably thinking, when the fuck is this going to be over? No, we're not doing that. Now we're wasting time, just trying to get it to a normal time. Okay.
Yeah.
Question number 2. What do you want people to think when they first meet you? What do you want people to think when they first meet you? For me, I think I'm a normal kind of guy, and I want people to think, hey, it is what it is with him. You know what you're getting, and I try to be upfront with people, and I try to be honest, and that's the way I try to be. And if you don't get that out of me, fuck you. I don't give a shit. I used to give a shit, and I really don't now. I make my first effort, and then if you don't, I really don't give a fuck what you think. So that's my answer.
Yeah, I think most people, when they do meet me for the first time, they say, boy, his wife sure married up. I think that's the first reaction most people get.
You know what? Normally I disagree, but after your wife today, I'm not sure you're not correct. Like I said, I wish we had another camera here for off time. Usually we talk shit off air. Today we didn't really do too much because we didn't have a chance because she came in with a fucking vengeance. Holy shit. Yeah, she scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we get done before she comes back in because
you better.
I'll be scared again.
Right.
Okay. Third question. What has the fear of failure prevented you from doing? What has the fear of failure prevented you from doing? For me, almost everything. Almost everything. When I was young, I was afraid to do things. I was afraid to ask out women because I didn't want to get fucking turned down.
That's a good one.
And then I got older, and there were people wanting me to do this and that and try out things. And I said, nah, I better not because I might fuck that up.
Yeah.
And I wish. I failed so often anyway. Why the fuck was I afraid of failure? Because I fucked it up. But it prevented me from doing a lot of shit. So that's my answer. What's the fear of failure prevented you from doing?
A couple things. The first one that comes to mind is wrestling. I wish I would have stuck with it just a little bit longer because I did have a couple buddies that I didn't make necessarily a career of it, but they certainly lasted a hell of a lot longer than I did. And that first time we wrestled in front of 12 people. And 4 of them were our family members. I was like, okay, this is over. I'm done. But I think the other big one for me, I'm so afraid to start my own business. I've had a couple different ideas for things, not just the record store, but some other things. And I'm just such a pussy. I can't. That's where people like Bill last week, who has his own appraisal company and all that. Like and my buddy Kevin, who has his own tattoo shop. Like I'm so jealous of people that have the stones to go and do that.
Along those lines, my brother, when he was alive, said, hey, we've been doing the basketball camp together. And he kept saying, you should do some on your own. You could make a whole lot more money. And I said, I can't do this on my own. Then he dies and I have to fucking do it on my own anyway. Actually, why didn't I start earlier? Maybe I'd have maybe I've had fucking Barlow money like this motherfucker. So yeah, I stayed away from doing shit that I wasn't confident in doing. And
actually, I'll give you credit in this case though. Like you did. I mean, how long did you do it after? But I mean,
but I had to do it. I had no choice then. I had no choice.
But you did it.
When I had my chance to fucking do it. When my brother started a camp when he was like 22 years old. I'm 40 something. I said, no, I can't fucking do that. And then I found out, man, this isn't fucking running a camp. Goddamn, some kids sign up. You teach them some basketball. Yeah, it wasn't really that tough. But I was a wuss and I didn't do it.
Okay.
Okay, the last one. This is a tough one. I don't know if I should have you go first on this. Do you have an answer for this one? If you had to be someone else for a day, who would it be?
I don't have a real great answer for this. I don't even want to say it would be like a celebrity necessarily. I think it'd be someone famous though, because you usually get to do something cool.
Yeah.
You know,
okay.
like,
Well, while you're thinking,
go ahead.
And I shouldn't say this because our live studio audience just came in.
Yeah.
Do you know who Bonnie Blue is?
I do actually.
Bonnie Blue had sex with over 1,000 people in 12 hours.
Yeah.
Damn, that would have to be a pretty good experience.
It's funny you bring her name up. A regular listener who I ride four-wheelers with, his name's Ryan. Shout out to Ryan. He sent me a thing that said, here would be a good would you rather. Would you rather be first in line to fight a gorilla or last in line with Bonnie Blue? That was his would you rather. And my response to him was, as long as Coach didn't go before me. Yeah,
you know, it still bothers me. I'm going to bring up something that we talked about. Oh, man. A year and a half ago. Stacy Keebler is his main woman. And I said, would you be with her if I did her first? And you said no.
Yeah.
Now, have you changed your mind there?
No.
I still just because I was with her first.
That's the only reason.
Nah, fuck you then, man.
Actually, I have my answer now. Based on,
okay, good.
I can't believe I didn't think of this sooner.
All right.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon. That's to be him for a day and just be Vince and have everyone in the wrestling world just bow down. I don't care if he's going through his legal shits, whatever. To be Vincent Kennedy McMahon for a day, that would be the one.
Okay, there are two very different answers.
Yeah.
Vincent McMahon and Bonnie Blue. Bonnie Blue. Okay. I do have a quote here. I imagine you don't have anything from our listeners this week.
I don't know.
Okay, Stephen Wright. You know what he said? He said, you can't have everything. Where would you put it? Okay, for those of you who are still with us, it should be a lot of you because we didn't go so long today. We are the only Category 5 podcast in the universe. We are the only immersive podcast in the Mid-Atlantic states. No other immersive podcast there. We are the hardest working podcast in 4 states, which is the 3, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Ohio, which is right here, the tri-state area. And then McElmont gave us North Carolina. And then we got Suriname. So we're the hardest working in those. Okay. We are 730 pounds of podcast proclivity. We are 57 years of marriage without divorce. Who can do that? Show us other fucking podcasts that do that shit. And we are the patron podcast of honeybees with no memories or bad memories because of microplastics.
Right.
We are inebriated British Airways flight attendants. We are for them. And now we are Ghana Drunkards Association because they're charging too much money for alcohol down there in Ghana, and they're going to protest their ass off.
That's bullshit.
Because we're all that. We're going to be back next week for 112. We'll have a name for it. We don't have it now. We don't even have a name for 111, but by the time you're watching this, we will. And we'll see you then. Thanks for watching.